The song we're learning today was one of the biggest hits of 2017, peaking at number 5 on the Billboard charts. The song also has a combined view and stream count of over 5 billion across platforms. The song is a collaboration between a Grammy-winning producer duo and one of the biggest selling bands of all time. So no wonder it did as well as it did. And the song is Something Just Like This by the Chain Smokers and Coldplay. The song has a pretty big dynamic range, starting off pretty low and then going higher in pitch as the song progresses. It also has only 3 main sections: the verse, the pre-chorus and the chorus. So without further ado, let's dive right in. First, let's take a look at the verse section of the song. The verse is sung in a pretty low pitch and comprises of simple stepwise conjunct melodies. It also has 7 lines, with the first 6 lines following an A-B-A-B-A-B structure, which means every alternate line has a similar tune and then an extra 7th line in the end. Now let's take a listen to how the verse section of this song sounds. I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths. So if you saw how I sang the first 2 lines here, the first line, the last note, that is the last word, old, went to a lower pitch. Been reading books of old, the legends and the myths. But here, in the second line, the last word was pretty static to the previous note. The next 2 lines also follow a very similar pattern. Achilles and his gold. We go lower. Hercules and his gifts, which stays static. Lines 5 and 6 break away from this pattern by ending slightly higher. And Spider-Man's control, and Batman with his fists. So here we move slightly higher, and line 7 is a breakaway from all these lines. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. So here the melody in this line is pretty static with just very limited variation as we move down. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. Now that you know this, let's sing along to the music. I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Achilles and his gold, Hercules and his gifts, Spider-Man's control, and Batman with his fists. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. Now moving on to the pre-chorus section of the song. The pre-chorus also comprises of stepwise conjunct melodies, but these are sung in a slightly higher pitch compared to the verse. So this creates a build-up in the energy of the song. Also, all the lines follow a pretty similar tune and rhythm structure to the verse. Let's take a listen to how the pre-chorus sounds. Where'd you wanna go? So the first line has a variation in the end with go, so where it goes slightly higher, and there's a slight variation in the pitch, or a small harkat as we call it. How much you wanna risk? But in the second line, there's not much variation, it's pretty static. Na 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 na. I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts. So the third line has more words, but it ends pretty similar to line 2. Na 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 na. Then the next 3 lines follow a similar pattern. Some superhero, where the hero has that stretched, sustained sort of sound. Some fairy tale bliss. This is again pretty static. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. Na 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 na. And it ends with, oh, I want something just like this. But this line, which is the title of the song, can either be considered as the ending of the pre-chorus or the starting of the chorus part. So for ease of understanding, we've just added it to the pre-chorus section. To know how this sounds, take a listen with the music. Where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Now moving on to the third and final section of the song, that is the chorus. Be prepared to go even higher in pitch in the chorus compared to the previous two sections of the song. The chorus mainly has the title repeated a few times with a few do ad-libs. So this is how the chorus section should sound. So first it starts with the ad-libs in a lower pitch. Oh, I want something just like this, which is again the title in a lower pitch. Once that is done, the ad-libs go an octave higher in falsetto, where you have to switch. So the same thing but sung in the higher octave in falsetto, and we ended with the chorus and the title of the song with a bang in much higher pitch. Oh, I want something just like this. So here it has a lot of that energy in the higher pitch. Oh, I want something just like this. And after the chorus, we have the drop section of the song, where the drop in most electronic or dance music songs is where most people dance or jump around to. Now that you know this, let's sing along to the chorus with the music.
Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this.
So guys, that's it for today's lesson. Hope you had fun. Make sure to grab the karaoke and sing-along tracks from the description below. If there are any other songs that you would like to learn, please comment them and I'll try my best to do that for you. Lastly, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep singing.